The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe to all of the above.
All of that.
YouTube, you see us.
You see us, baby.
We out here, all streaming platforms possible, podicalsons.com.
We are here.
We are here, so let's get the ball rolling. How you feeling? You good?
Astronomical, man. That's why I got the astronaut. That's why I got the astronaut t-shirt on today. What?
And we're off to the races. You astronomical.
Yo, all this talk about going to Mars when we haven't really got to the moon, and then they shocked us and say now they want to go to the moon.
Artemis 2?
Artemis 2.
These people, man, like, I haven't seen a photo. Like, think about it. From Neil Armstrong times, no one's been back.
No.
I think I think the Challenger was going to the space station when it exploded.
It was the space station. It was going.
Yeah, I think we were going to the space station.
Yeah, because it had a teacher on it and everything. Yeah, so it wasn't making the moon flight. It wasn't making the moon flight.
Then they came out with the movie Apollo 13, like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to break their neck to still go to the moon. Elon Musk come out here. He said, we going to Mars. I'm looking like, y'all saying the moon landing is fake. Why y'all don't spend the time on the moon landing? Focus on that first. Build a station, because they said they can go to the moon and come back, right?
Right.
Build a station on Mars. Make that to like the little jump off hub, because they said if you go to Mars, you cannot come back.
Oh, that's the lifelong.
They don't got no fuel. How you gonna refuel to come back?
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Maybe it makes sense if you going from because it's what, a year to get to Mars and then 6 months to get to.
I think they say a little bit less than a year to get to Mars and 6 months to the moon.
Okay, so that means the moon's about the halfway mark.
Mm-hmm.
So if you leave from the moon, you could possibly get back to the moon.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Make the moon into like a space station.
Right.
Start putting like fueling stations and other shit like that there. Then use that as a new jump point. Because if you got more people going to the moon, why not build whatever you got going on at Cape Canaveral in Florida?
On the moon?
Right.
On the moon.
And then you probably got to do less propulsion because there's no gravity.
I was about to say, you don't need all that rocket fuel to take you out of the atmosphere.
Telling you, it's just fake, man. They be out here stunting. Now I know why Kyrie Irving out here calling the world flat. Yeah. Because looking like, why we going to we going to Mars for when we ain't even deal with anything with the moon? But apparently Artemis is supposed to like go circle around it.
Right.
I don't know if they said 40,000 miles or something, a good distance, and then come back to the moon to see if it can boomerang and then come back. So I was like, but y'all still talking Mars shit.
They still talking Mars shit, man.
Yeah, man. Let's get to it, man. We polled the questions as usual.
Yes, sir.
And the first poll of the week was, are we in a friendship recession? And 62% said yes. How you feel about the friendship recession? Do you feel like that's what's going on these streets?
I think we might have to redefine friend.
Talk about it. So tell me your definition of friendos.
Someone who we can talk to, have a conversation with, build you up and you build them back up. They're through the rough times and they're through the good times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like we've been saying. I think people have been finding their tribes online, but because they don't have that face-to-face contact with them, probably not considering them a typical friend, like how you would normally see someone face-to-face and consider them a typical friend.
Fair. But, okay. So let's talk about online people now.
Right.
So your online people, you've never met.
Right.
Face-to-face or personally, but you guys got a rapport.
Yeah.
Let's say from online gaming or like the same kind of, let's say a group chat or something along those lines, right. Or, a thing.
Yeah.
your back-to-back interaction with them wouldn't want to prompt you to say like, yo, like if you, to get info for the person. So let's say the person's from in California.
Yeah.
And you're in Toronto. I'm not saying you're going to say, hey, I'm just going to fly out there just to come meet you.
Nah.
That's different.
Right, that's
but
different.
if you have some kind of, if your rapport with friend is still decent, and if you're going to go out there, like, yo, I'm coming out to that neck of the woods, would you want to link? Would you want to like notify the person you want to connect?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, especially if I know it's like we've met online on some real common dear shit. Like let's say it's music, like
Right.
I do, right? Like I meet producers and studio owners all the time. So by
Online.
hap chance, online, yeah.
Okay.
By hap chance, if I'm gonna be in your city, right? And I need to know places like that, then I already know who I need to contact. I might even have family in the same city. But because I know that they're not on it, they wouldn't be the people to contact.
Okay, so I've seen people now, well, I've seen women,
Yeah.
more so women and stuff do this, where let's say I seen a woman said she's in, let's say she's originally from Philly.
Okay.
She's originally from Philly, and then she's going to New York,
Right.
right?
Right.
And now she got a good amount of like guy followers and everything. And she's like, I'm in New York now, trying to get my nails done. Link.
Right.
Right? Like hit me up with the info and stuff, where can I get my nails done?
Right.
I didn't see anything, but apparently I guess like dudes must have went to her DM, because this isn't her story. That's what she said about the nails thing. Like hit me up for like nail tech. Then I seen her put a post said, just because I'm in New York, that don't mean I want to link with you because you're from New York. Right? So I was like, it's very antisocial of you. But then again, I know women and like, you know, predators and all that type of stuff. But I feel like a lot of people are just straight standoffish like that, male and female.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I feel like the French recession is real because, okay, think about when COVID came in, you were probably more social along those lines and those aspects, especially for women.
Yes.
And then now you're cut off from, let's say, what was your norm before.
Right.
Because now you've caught a groove, so now this is back to your new norm.
Right.
They weren't able to go outside or interact with certain people stuff as much.
Yeah.
Now you're in a state where you're looking like, oh, this person don't call me or this person don't check on me and stuff and everything. Fuck them. Or I don't really need to interact with them, or maybe it wasn't that important, or our relationship wasn't that deep.
Right.
So the legendary fall-offs tend to happen. Like people just start falling off from certain kind of friendships.
Got it.
My opinion, I feel like men are more social than women.
Right.
Even though like they say men don't talk.
Yeah.
Because I look at it where you can put a group of dudes together and eventually some kind of commonality might kind of click off.
Right. Yeah. I can agree.
And I think like some women, they master the art of backhand compliments.
Yeah.
So like women expect other women to kind of be catty, even if they don't know, like if they don't know them.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of them be like, oh, fuck these bitches. I'm gonna do me. I'm a queen and blah, blah, blah. But this mother chicks and stuff is probably hating on them. Probably not. Probably might be all in their head.
Probably not.
You're not trying to make no friends, no new friends. And a lot of people say that they don't want to make new friends. The world is bigger than just your friend pocket.
It is.
We have, play this. If you're any progressive person forward, I'll stand by it. If you're any progressive person, you shouldn't be closed off by not making new friends. Now, if you feel the type of way when I'm saying this, there's no shade. You can live your life, but you can realize and stuff how much of a difference it'll make if you include extra people, or like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand blockchain.
Right.
If I say I don't want no new friends, I can go about school-wise or book-wise and everything. Or I can have somebody and stuff who's probably already well-versed, well-knowledge, and say like, you know what? Let me take you underneath my wing so you can get your feet wet.
Show you what it's
so
about.
You can kind of understand the stuff, the dynamic, because a lot of things, school doesn't show you crime. I'm not saying, hey, folks, I'm not saying go do crime.
Yeah.
But somebody who's dealing with these things would be like, this is where the crime aspect kind of comes in.
Right.
Where the school books won't really show you.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You need people. People feel like they don't need people. But again, I said it 1,000 times over social media. has people confused or twist that they don't need anybody. Don't have the wrong people around you. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Don't have the wrong people around you, but if you're trying to, I'll agree with you, man. If you're trying to strive in life and you have your mind focused on a set of goals, and your friends may not have the same set of goals, doesn't mean that, you can't kick it with them or you can't be, you still can't remain friends. Just understand that part of your life, what you're seeking, they can't help you with. They may encourage you to a point, but after that, if you were to say, hey, I gotta go pick up my son at so-and-so, and this is still on the table, but I can you finish it for me? They probably couldn't finish it for you. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you have that other friend that your business associate become friend, you hit them up and say, listen, man, this, that, and the third, I know you know what you're doing. I trust you. Can you help me out with it? Bam, that person's on the task.
When you said family is another cause of the friendship recession thing too. Because think about it, like especially if you have young kids,
right?
You're more absorbed into the young kids' world, and a lot of people don't really create the time or the balance between, all right, this is set friend. Yes, I have child, or yes, I have family to deal with, but do I etch out time for friends? You know what I'm saying? To kind of be like your stress reliever or your break free moment, because you're in this now paradigm where you're just work, home, family, work, home, family, work, home, family. When do the friends come in? Go for drinks with friends.
Right.
And some people in that process, they end up losing a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because they got so evolved into their world or their relationships with like significant others. Like I seen that countless times and stuff. I don't mind when dudes, like when my guy friends do it.
Yeah.
I just kind of hip them on to let them know, be like, yo, your boys miss you too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. That's it. Just putting it out there.
I think it's important for you to remember that you still have that life before everything else.
Correct.
Before the family, before the career, before anything that you deem important and forward thinking for your life. Mm-hmm. There was that time before that where you had fun, you enjoyed that time. So I think it's important, just like how you said, to carve out that space. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I think it's also important for your friends to recognize that the time is not always going to be there like how it used to be, right? And then be mindful and respectful of that. Mm-hmm. And then kind of maybe not in so much as your boys need you, but just pretty much like, yo, your boys are still here type of deal. You know what I mean? We know you're doing your thing. Listen, every Thursday night we start doing this. When you got a Thursday night free, come and join us.
Come connect.
You know what I mean? Come and connect. So now you're now on your end, you're like, oh shit, that's what you guys is doing every Thursday? Okay. I'm gonna carve out that Thursday time then.
So okay, let me ask you this. Do you feel that, let's say I'm the friend that you're telling to come out.
Right.
Right? And I'm stuck in my family world, little ones at home, wifey, doing all of that.
Right.
And you're the one put the invite out to me. Right? The person in your shoes, do you feel like they would be able to understand that my world is not like how it used to be, like before wifey and kids and all the above? Because I feel like some people, like, they're selfish to look at stuff as like, well, I can still kick it the same way.
Right.
And I feel like that's kind of selfish.
But and that's what I'm going to say with the level of the friendship and the level of friendship, right? Because a true friend should understand. Like,
you got babies at home, you got a wifey. You got responsibilities. Yeah, you got responsibilities.
Like, if it wasn't for this, we'd be like this, like how we used to. But I can't expect us to be like this, how we used to.
And if the friend doesn't recognize it, that's a problem. I have a few friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have a few friends looking at it like, nigga, I'm going to have fun regardless. And I'm like, or we going to kick it regardless. But I'm like, fam,
Yeah.
We are not the same. But like this is where we differ because I look at I have responsibilities.
Right.
Now I have a son. I have certain
Of course.
I can't move certain type of ways because of like even like I'm responsible for my son.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
feel like some people, two of my peoples and stuff that hit me up the other day, they're like, yo, we should go OT. So I'm like, where you planning to go? They're like, I don't know, let's go to Florida or some shit like that, whatever. Not in high season, not in high travel time.
Right.
But at least in a pocket where we can enjoy ourselves in warm weather times and stuff. I'm like, fair. They said some dates and stuff, and I was like, those days don't work for me. That's around my son's birthday.
Right.
Right? So I'm like, it's around my son's birthday, and probably about 8 days after that, your birthday falls in.
Right.
Right? So I was looking at stuff and was like, I can give you 4 days in between those days.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can give you 4 days between those days, because if we're gonna do like a boys trip,
Yeah.
I don't need more than a weekend.
I don't need more than a weekend.
I need more than a weekend. And you're like, oh, well, your son's birthday is always going to come around. I was like, right.
Yeah. That's not cool. That's not cool. I mean, yeah, I know that. You ain't got to tell me that. But these are the informative years. These are years of the most important development.
And so that's part of my problem, where I think where I might be a problem to some of them because my son is younger, because I start having babies later. Right. And
yeah,
some of them
in the same vote.
Some of them had babies earlier.
Right.
Where their kids now are probably in teenager time and they can leave their kids and stuff and just go on missions and go OT and all that type of stuff. I don't have that luxury.
Right.
I don't have that luxury and stuff. So some people who can't understand, it's just phone love. I see you. Grab a local drink. We can kick it one night and then deuces. But we can't do guys trip if you're saying fuck my son. Because you want to have fun.
And then you start to think of like, okay, I mean, we're all at this level now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You may not have a son like I do, but I'm sure at some point you have some form of responsibilities that you may have not had before, when I never had responsibilities before, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're really friends like that, it should always be around, okay, let's see who's the least flexible, and let's see if we can work around that schedule. If everybody else is free to move pieces around to make it work, then let's move. The ones who are free to make the pieces move around, let's make these pieces moving around so we can include Marv. Marv got his son's birthday's coming up. He's got this, that, and the third. He says he got a space right there. I don't got no problems with those days. You got problems with it? Okay, so let's do those days. As opposed to being like, no, nigga, these days is hard fetch. Your son got millions of birthdays to go and visit. Wait till another birthday. Come kick it with us. Nah, that's not cool. So it's like,
such is life.
Such is life. Such is life.
But you can't outgrow your friends, and that's another part of the friendship recession and stuff in itself.
That's another part.
Right? Because I call it, it's kind of like chasing that high, that ultimate high.
Right.
Right? Where I look at where you might kick it with your friends tonight, and you might have a good time where you just chilled and like the vibe.
Yeah.
And then you might kick it with your squad and stuff and have like the night. You know what I'm saying? Like the night. Like I remember, what was this? Sometime in March and stuff, I went out with my peoples.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I ain't connect with them and stuff in a minute. And we had the night.
Right.
Like it was just, we're going to have dinner at this place, and then we're gonna just probably call it a day. Then they're looking like, nah, this is one spot. They got this beer. You got to try this shit with us. I'm like, all right, cool. And we kind of rolled out. It was about like 8, 9 of us.
Yeah.
So we kind of just cha-cha slide over. We walked in like the cold and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
We went there. It turned into another kind of situation. People get lap dances. Like it was something. Because it was like, I guess because we were in a group doing our ones and twos.
Right.
Other people were like, oh shit, they all together. They must be a group of friends.
Right, yeah.
I sat down to go on my phone. Actually sat down on my phone and stuff, whatever, to to message, to shoot an email for business purposes, for like podcast shit.
Right.
Whatever, right? So I'm looking like, fuck, you know, one of the promoters and everything. So I was like, boom, 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 boom. Lady comes walking in front of me. So I'm looking like, music is going like, I just head nod and everything like that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I see like back of her jeans. I see the thong up and stuff like that right here in my face. I got my phone up. I was like, oh shit. And then my boy's like, one of my friends like, that's all you. That's all you. We won't tell your girl.
The lap came your way.
So I was looking like, oh, this is the kind of night it turned out to be. And then everything was like blessed. I end up calling a day probably about like that midnight time. Just during the week.
During the week.
Just during the week.
Yeah.
Right? So I was looking, I'm like, yeah, you could have a chill, okay motion, and then it can get lit. But some people always think that every night is gonna be like the super litty time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why? What are you chasing?
They're the youth. It must be the
Forever
youth.
young?
Forever
They think
young.
they're
Forever young. I tell people I can't party like that no more, man.
How do you feel about people with the forever young kind of concept theory? I know we have relatives that's
Listen, if you can maintain it, then that's blessed. But just realize that there's still responsibilities, right? Like I know people who are young at heart, but they still maintain their shit, right? It's not they don't miss out on everything. They make sure the P's and Q's are taken care of, and then they're free to do whatever. And I'm like, yo, that's the way it should be, right?
Fair.
If you take all your responsibilities first, and you want to party, you want to do all the look, man.
no, you work hard, you play hard. I'm with that.
Yeah. Be you.
I'm with that, but I just feel like if you like, all right, if you went hard in the paint, let's say like clubbing, going out, and all the above, if you think that, well, if that's for you and you want to continue doing that, whatever, that might not be my dance.
Right.
That might not be my dance. I got other things and stuff on my plate. I'd rather make money than party.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Because I know when I'm ready to party, that good party's gonna hold me for a bit.
Hold you for a bit.
And then I can go do other things and all the above. Like if you want to party hard, or just keep going and everything like that. Those things do add up.
Yeah.
Right? But then again, that might be a world I just don't understand. But you used to be a DJ.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, being a DJ, one of the things was, and it's a little bit harder for a DJ because where typical people might go out once a week, as a DJ, you might be playing 2-3 times a week, right? And the go out crowd doesn't tend to change. It seems to be the same set of people that you run into every time you go out, right? So it's like,
Shout out to Junior Jones group.
shout out, man! Like, and it's mad love that you can get that you can get people to come to your establishment,
Yeah.
Every weekend or every other weekend, right? Like that's
Clockwork.
that's love from people because, like I'm saying, it's like you're not missing anything if you miss a night.
No.
You're not. It's the same set of faces that you see, right? The same set of music's being heard. The same. You're drinking the same drinks you're gonna drink. See, you miss a night, it's not really affecting you, and I think that's pretty much where my whole clubbing sort of stopped because after doing the whole DJ stint and realizing, okay, this is not what I'm gonna use to make my living off of, I kind of pulled back because it got tiring after a while. And I was like, okay, either I pull back now and then like you're saying, maybe in the future, a one spot here, just for entertainment's sake, then I'll enjoy it more. Because it's something that I haven't done in a while. Whereas it's not expected, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'd be like, I look at my watch, I gotta go DJ. But that's just the fact that I'm doing it so much and I'm there so much. I'm not seeing anybody new. It's like I said, the party crowd is usually the same people who party.
Enough said. Hold on to your friends.
Hold on to them, man. Hold on to them.
Next poll was now choose one. Your dream job, but you only make $50K a year.
Okay.
With no benefits. Or a soul-sucking job that pays $100K a year and they give you some benefits.
If it's soul sucking, you're gonna need that benefit.
You will definitely need it.
I'll take the dream job.
You take the dream job?
Yeah, I'll take the dream job with no benefits.
For me, you know what? To be honest, I took the dream job too.
Right.
I took the dream job too. The soul-sucking aspect. Let me say this. Throughout the course of the years of my life so far, I've been doing the same thing pertaining to job, career-wise.
Right.
For a while.
Right.
I'm actually coming to my midlife crisis moment. Not even crisis, but my midlife moment.
Right.
Where I'm looking for a change.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a change and stuff, a little change of pace and everything. And because I do know for a fact, whatever I do add on,
right,
it's to be something else under the Marvin umbrella.
Right, right.
Right? I want this to be known and stuff from a career path that I've done for, let's say, I've done this for 10 years. I want to try something else for 10 years. And I want to see what my life would be like in like my 50s.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say like, it's just for me personally, I don't really see myself working for anybody by the time I enter my 60s.
Right.
Because I realized the I'm gonna say poor decisions, not even poor decisions, the life lessons I made, the decisions I made kind of got me to a point where I realized like if I didn't fuck up or I didn't do it like this, it could have been like this.
Right.
But I have the lessons, so you're not late, you're not early, you're right on time when you need to be.
Yeah.
So now I do know exactly and stuff for a fact, and I'll speak it in existence, manifest it, whatever. I ain't working for nobody at 60.
Yeah.
If I work for somebody at 60, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I do, however, just a joke, and I say it to a few friends and stuff, and I think I said it to, yes, I said it to a few friends, and I'll say it to you. When I come to that old type of level where I'm just, able to still do a little slide and move,
yeah,
I want to be a Walmart greeter just for one day. Just for one day.
Just for one day?
Just for one day.
Okay.
At a decent Walmart.
Okay.
Not a hood Walmart where we're
Walmart.
talking about all the black products are locked up in the security box shit, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to, at a decent Walmart to see what the vibe is and stuff of the world. I'm a millennial.
Right.
Most millennials right now are probably about like 25 to like 40, right? And us as millennials, we rock with y'all.
Yes.
So we fuck with Gen X people and stuff heavy.
Yeah.
The younger generation and stuff is kind of like there's a disconnect, but imagine now you're in your 60s, 70s now to see these like, hey, good morning. Fuck you, old man. You might get one of those ones and stuff. I just want to see. Because I like people and I like to have conversations, and this is part of my dream job.
Yeah. It's so funny because when the other day when we were talking and you said you could see me on like at a beach
DJing,
DJing, and that's the same thing that came to my mind, like a slash Isaac slash DJ just greeting people, just talking and stuff, because I'm a people person too.
Daytime. This is what I see for you. Daytime, I see you doing your ones and twos, like, you wake up, you give thanks, you read, you get enlightened and everything like that. I see a lot of weed in your future. I see a lot of weed in your future. It's okay. I see some weed in my future too.
I might have a plantation.
You might have a plantation, but like, I want to say for health purposes, we might be able to switch over to edibles. We need our lungs for a longer time.
We need it.
Because I want to say, if we look about like, when did you start smoking?
I want to say around 17.
Okay. Me about 15.
Right.
15, 16-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
So I look at it, I was like, all those years of weed smoke's gonna fuck with us later.
Yeah.
So I think the game has changed where edibles stuff cannot be like, we can get this. But back to your dream, I see for you, you're doing your ones and twos, waking up, going to some place, getting enlightened, you're elevated, and you're meeting and greeting and dealing with certain type of people that affects your world and your businesses that you got going on. Because you're a man that always has side projects.
And you know why I would like that differently from being a DJ here and constantly going out and doing my thing is because
It's monotony.
here's monotony.
Yeah.
There, it's like a whole, you know what I mean? Every week would be a different set of people. New faces.
Different set of people.
Different walks of life. Right?
I think it's dope when you go to like somewhere like Dominican or a resort and like somewhere.
Yeah.
And you meet people that might be close enough to your neck of the woods. Like it's so funny and stuff. I think one day, what was this? Miami. I'm in Miami one time. When did I go? 2011.
2011, okay.
2011, I'm in Miami one time and stuff, and I'm with Benji.
Right.
Salute to Ben. So I'm with Benji and stuff, and we're in there having a little drink in this, I think it was called Club Space at the time, right?
Right.
We're there, and I see this one chick. So I see this one chick because I was just single that year.
Yeah.
I see this one chick and stuff, curly hair, we were talking and stuff, and it was like, I'm like, oh, she could be Eritrean, Habesha.
Right.
Right? So I'm like, I looked at her, and then she's like, what you know about Habesha people? So I'm like, what? She's like, what you know about Habesha people? Not too many American folk know. I'm like, well, I live in Toronto. She's like, I live in Mississauga. I was like, wait, what? What are you doing here?
Listen, the time wifey and I went to Mazatlan in Mexico.
Yeah.
From the airport, the couple we met was from Brampton. And then we ended up, we were staying in the same hotel, right? We met two more friends, right? That they were there together. And then it was like all six of us like just chilled and kicked it in the entire trip. Not only did we kick the entire trip, but when we got back, we've hung out.
See?
And that's the thing, right?
You should be a DJ in Ibiza. Fuck with the house and fuck with the electronica stuff. Because I feel like they just know drugs and party and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And then you can just catch a vibe and stuff. You can still mingle and all that type of stuff. And then you might run into the, I see you earlier, Trixie. They do the topless thing, they show you some titties and all this type of stuff. You're like, just cut it up on the ones and twos and just keep it pushing. I feel like with the dream job, you can maintain a form of self better than the soul-sucking aspect.
Yes.
I've seen people where they might not even make 100K, but the job is still soul-sucking. And they complain day in and day out. And I don't want to sound like a He-Man, but you are, you have the control. The power is yours. No, it's I my bad.
I was about to say the Captain Planet.
It's Captain Planet. The power is yours. But I think a lot of people, it's so easy to point one finger to blame when there's four fingers pointing right back at you.
Right.
Right? Like I said, I want a change in my life. I'm not asking you for the change. I'm not asking for my girl, the world, anybody. I want to understand the stuff that this is what I want to dabble into. This is what I want to try.
Right,
and this is, and when I want to, me, I like information.
Yeah.
I like to know shit in and out.
Yeah.
So I can just have things mastered. I mastered my world already.
Right, yeah.
You say I'm doing too much at work and everything like that, but I've mastered that world.
Yeah.
And I want to say it's getting kind of.
I was about to say, do you still find your career right now challenging? Because now you've said you've mastered it, but even with mastering most aspects of it, is it a type of role where stuff may pop up at you, like that whole like for instance, there was no way that anybody was prepared for the pandemic.
Correct.
Right? But you being directly involved in that situation, right? Was that something that this broke the monotony of what your day-to-day process would have been?
It did. But I want to say it created a type of pressure because I was looking, I tried to keep well aware of my mental health.
Right.
Because previously, if the pandemic came in the beginning of 2020, in 2019, I was experiencing the whole separation aspect, right?
Got it.
From freeing up from a marriage.
Got it.
And I want to say my psyche wasn't the best in the beginning, but I want to say probably like from like March 2019 to like September 2019, probably wasn't the best, right? But eventually it started coming around and start coming together.
Right.
And so I want to say healed wise, if we're going to put a percentage on it, I was probably like maybe about come to September to like the pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe about the 60% mark healed. Entered in a pandemic now when I work in healthcare. And it's kind of like, well, we need to make this happen because we still have patients here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like things you weren't normally doing as duties are now adding on. Some people are now, they're scared, they're tapping out.
Right.
Like, I feel like a lot of like, especially like a lot of nurses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Salute to them. I think the new nurses that kind of came in during the pandemic, like the schooling and all that type of stuff, y'all don't know the pressure that these people have seen before. Like I want to say some of the, in healthcare, it's so easy for some work to be shifted and moved to like another, another, let's say group. Like I want to say doctors' jobs, some doctor jobs, duties went to pharmacists. Some pharmacist duties went to the techs. Some of those things might have went to like other departments and you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of like you're feeling the squeeze.
Right.
So mentally, I'm at 60%. You add the squeeze on, I'm not going up, I'm going down. Right?
Right.
And I'm jumping back in the fray and now I'm looking at this stuff as where I need to maintain self. That's the main important thing because again, I have a son.
Yeah.
But after coming out through most of the pandemic stuff, I was looking on like, this is going to be the new norm for healthcare.
Right.
I was okay with it before. I don't like how the changes and stuff took place and stuff now. We'll say within Ontario.
Right.
I'm not a fan of it, but I'm looking at stuff as that if I don't have to be in that close proximity to it, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
But I still need to be able to provide, have a roof, do certain type of things, live and all that type of stuff. But then again, I'm a person and I think one of the I always remember like the sweet compliments I get.
Yeah.
Your brother-in-law, he told me, he's like, I watch you. You're an innovator. You look at shit before shit pop off, from like the video game to like the porn to like the podcast. He's like, I watch you.
Right.
You don't think I watch you?
Yeah.
And I'm a student of the world, so I'd like to see what the flow and the goal of the world is. And I'm looking at stuff like that. So I was like, pertaining to like, what we talked about earlier in the week.
Yeah.
This is where the world's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So either you roll with it or you get rolled over.
It's that simple. It's just
straight
just
like that.
simple.
I think the soul sucking job aspect, the bread and the cash is good, but it shows you money doesn't equal the happiness for you and I.
Nah.
Now, not according to the polls. 80% said, give me the soul sucking job any day. Wow. And I feel like you don't know, like some people, they might speak from a place where they don't know, or some people might speak from a place where they do know.
Yeah.
Again, you're the master of your own universe. If you realize like, you're in a shit situation, make the best of the shit.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
So kudos and salute to all the people and stuff that did participate in the polls, but I'm just cautious because I know what's good for me.
Yeah.
And if I was in a position where I wasn't myself, like, or felt like soul sucking and drained, because I'm pretty sure most adults, like at least over the age of 25, should know what it feels like to be drained from like,
I would say
job, family, relationship, possibly kids, and then not including, I want to say, the squeeze from social media.
Yeah.
The reason why I say the squeeze from social media, because I feel like that Everest guy, you sit on the couch, get on a job, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't need to be around in today's times.
He don't need to.
On God. My personal opinion, he doesn't need to be around in today's times.
Nah.
You look at somebody's social media post, you start to feel inadequate. I don't. But then I don't live on social media and I don't have like notifications on and certain type of things. But some people, they'll look and stuff, be like, the fuck, shit. Like they'll see somebody's story, like, oh damn, yeah, you went through that shit, yeah. and you realize you didn't need anybody, yeah, fuck them. You just do it on your own. Fuck that, I don't need anybody. Be like, you do. Calm down.
You do.
Calm down. And then your woman might be seeing tons of travel destinations and everything. Why are we traveling? Now the squeeze is on you and stuff. You're like, well, all right, now we got to rebudget some shit. I wanted to build the deck on the house and stuff like that. Yeah. Or we wanted to do some shit and stuff. No, let's go somewhere. Oh, we could do that. And we could do that. The squeeze.
Yeah.
So I look at where, money isn't everything. Money can't buy happiness, but it's a damn good down payment.
It's a down payment, man. It's a down payment, and it can buy a lot of things that can, add to your happiness. But I think at the end of the day, if you're depending on that money to provide you with that happiness, then it's a wrong way to look at it. Because I'm a big fan of here today, gone tomorrow.
Yes.
What if you lose it all in an instant? Like you stayed at that soul-sucking job, didn't give yourself a life, expecting to have a life after. Then the after comes, and something happens and you lose it all. Then what do? You didn't enjoy yourself here. You don't get to enjoy yourself there.
Nah, man, you're old enough. Get a midlife crisis and just blame it on that.
Blame it on a midlife crisis.
And just kick it.
Buy a little red Corvette.
What I think... Okay, let me ask you this. How long would you be able to do a soul-sucking job for? That might even pay $100K.
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
What about 7?
7 if I push it.
I didn't ask you for a kidney.
7 if I push
Smooth,
it.
I'm over here.
5 years. 5 years. I like to max it. Because even without it being soul sucking.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I
got to the point now where I don't want to lock into anything constant. I'm now in the point in my life that every 5 years I want to try and do something either in addition to what I'm doing or something
new.
Just something new.
And I think that's where I'm at the point right now.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm at the point and stuff right now. I've been doing the same dance stuff for over 10 years since I graduated.
Right.
And I was looking at some things. I was like, I didn't look at it as a soul-sucking job. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I'm, gratitude before attitude. I'm grateful, help me provide, help me do so many things. And I just look at it where I think that chapter or that level of me I have now conquered it. And I'm looking to see and do more.
Yeah.
But dream job wise, this is it.
Yeah, this is...
Well, I mean, not just podcasting and stuff for that, but to get paid to have in-depth conversation with real ass people.
Right.
Right? Because I feel like I've come across people where they're not used to having in-depth conversations or they're most used to shallow convos. And to me, it's wild because this is what I'm used to.
Right.
And then when they hear me, like some people gravitate towards me and stuff for me. I'm like, wait, what do you and your people talk about when you guys are together? And go ahead.
Could you still do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we were getting a stupid paycheck, but it became soul-sucking?
I would find a way to make it work in my world. Because it's still in my power.
Still in your...
Because I look at it stuff as where somebody asked me about the bread.
Right.
Somebody asked me for the bread. And they were saying the stuff pertaining to, let's say, all the companies and everything. They said if somebody offered a check for like 10 mil.
Right.
They're like, but we don't like the fact you swear so much. We don't like the fact that, like, we want you to, I guess, dress a little more snazzy or carry yourself a type of way.
Right.
For the 10 mil, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I feel like it's going to encroach or compromise who the hell I am.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I talk, I do swear.
Right.
Some days I feel like a suit.
Yeah.
Some days I don't.
Right.
Right? Some days I feel like a hat. Some days I don't.
Right.
You see me on podcast episodes without the hat, hair thinning and all and everything like that. And then some days I just want to rock a hat. I just want to be in my vibe. So I don't want no one if I'm gonna let anybody try to change me,
Yeah.
I'll watch. But I still know it's all up to me
Still
to
up to you.
allow it.
Still up to you. Yeah.
So anything that's gonna change who the hell I am, but the essence of Marvin,
Right.
we have a problem.
Got it.
We have a problem. So I'm not gonna just bend over for the dollars.
Got it. Yeah, no, I enjoy conversations too, and that's what makes this a fun situation to be in. You know what I mean? It's almost like if we had we were our own bosses, but if we had a shitty boss, I still wouldn't mind the position that we're in, because right here, there's no bosses in our ears.
Right.
It's just us, and we're having fun doing what we're doing. We'll deal with the boss later.
Yeah.
But right now, this is the kick it time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Good shit. And I went on some deep dive.
Some scuba gear on for that one.
All right. So you want to start with some fun shit?
Let's start.
First of all, let me say Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
This is on Easter Sunday. When it was played out on a Tuesday, I'm just, being aligned in according to the religion I grew up in.
Happy egg pizza.
And my religion, of course, that I grew up with is Christian Catholic. And they're for a lot of things and they're not for a lot of things. You know where I'm going with this?
Listen, man. Shout out to, and may his soul rest in the turtle piece, Dick Gregory. I'd have seen one clip when he asked, he said, 1 year you'll have Easter on this day, right? The following year you'll have like Easter on like 3 days later. The year after that, Easter would be like 4 days later. And he goes, how many days can one person die on?
Don't play with my Jesus.
How many days can one person die on?
Don't play with my Jesus. My Jesus got some powers, okay?
I tell you.
My Jesus got some powers. Third day risen. Come out there diddy bopping,
Take that.
It's out here.
Take the megs.
Let's talk about this Dylan guy. Sorry, woman. Dylan Mulvaney.
Mulvaney.
We have the right wing people, or the rights. Let's say before the companies.
Right.
We have the rights, the right wing people, where they have their agenda about religion, family, conservative manner.
And just for the record, which parties would align with right wing?
In America, Republican.
Republican. So right
Republican,
wing, Republican.
and Canada be conservatives.
Conservative. All right.
Now, things that are kind of opposed against the religious aspect, especially in North America.
Yeah.
And more of the progressive change would
Or
be
liberal thinking.
correct.
Right.
Would be the liberal side, the Democratic side.
Right.
Enter Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney is a transgender woman.
So transitioned from male
Man to woman.
to woman. Okay.
Did a deal. Well, no, not even did a deal. Had a thing where for 1 year,
Right.
you're doing a transition from womanhood, I guess, into womanhood.
Into woman.
A lot of women have a lot of beef with that because they don't take 1 year with no ovaries to make it pop off.
Yeah, no, that's we feel you on that.
I'm online with that. I'm agreeing with that.
Right.
But this is this person's journey.
Right.
And again, we can't speak about other person's journey because for all we know, when the cameras are off from TikTok, because she has a hell of a following.
Right.
For all we know from the following, when the cameras go off, they might get spat on, not even just this person, but like just in general.
Yeah.
For trans people, it might get spit on, shanked, ridiculed, abused,
Right.
all of that.
Yeah, just general hate.
When the camera's not on, you can possible general hate might be up to the thousands.
Right.
Right? 1 year passed. April 1st. Budweiser now. Anheuser-Busch, let me say that first.
Right.
And then Bud Light. Witness
What's
what's
going on? Right.
because Dylan has a hell of a following.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the TikTok platform,
Mm-hmm.
going strong.
Okay.
That's catnip to like fucking marketing people.
Of course, yeah.
That's catnip.
Yes.
You have a trans person documenting daily, hell of a followers. You got to see where you can get these dollars.
Right.
Right? April 1st, 2023 made it official with stuff that now a full year of the
transitioning
mm-hmm. in that world. And Bud Light has a campaign going on where they're just showing support of the women that kind of come up in the world.
Okay.
And figureheads and stuff like along these lines.
Yeah.
They chose Dylan as one of the women.
As one of the women.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, a lot of other women.
Yeah.
A lot of other women to choose from.
I mean, women.
A lot of women.
Women are making their way in the world today.
This is a woman's world.
There's not shortage. There's not shortage.
I don't give a fuck what anybody say. People are gonna like, oh, this not a man. This is a man's world. This is a woman's world. Okay.
Yeah.
The fact that a man, we're talking about the whole thing. You're in town. What's going on? Nail tech. Yo, come holla. No, creep. How often a man can say to a woman that she's a creep?
It's true.
Only if she's ugly.
Only if she's ugly.
To that guy. I'm lying?
No, you're not lying.
Okay.
You ain't lying.
Pertaining to this whole Dylan situation now, Bud used Dylan's face on a can.
Okay.
Not our problem.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
Right? People like Kid Rock, Travis Tritt, and other, I guess, country musicians.
Yeah.
And regular folk had a problem. Because I know they're right, and they're right-wing, and they're on the conservative type of world. You got to understand the worlds that these people are coming from before you start coming out and like cussing them and everything.
Of course, yeah.
1. 2, when the ad dropped, or let's say the video dropped on Dylan's platform about thank yous for Bud, problem I had, fake beer drinking.
The fake beer drinking. Yeah.
The fake beer drinking. It was during March Madness.
Right.
And it's supposed to be for sports. You could tell a person don't fuck with sports when you said, listen to the word I said, sports. Whatever sport you like. No. Sports. Sports.
But didn't know. She's asking whatever sport you like, then maybe you might have to drop off the S.
Watch the video yourself, folks. Google the video yourself. And you be the judge. Don't let Marv kind of sway you.
Listen, the fake beer sips had me. It looked like when Obama went to thing with the water. He did one of these.
Just wet the lips.
Just wet the lips.
Just wet the lips.
Yeah.
Something like clearly you don't drink Bud Light.
Clearly.
Cool. And then you didn't know whatever sport that March Madness entailed.
Yeah.
Second problem.
We're
in the height of March Madness. Remember, March Madness just ended last week.
Right.
Now I'm looking at them like, okay, all right.
So now, is it that she just had her face put on a can, or is she being endorsed by Budweiser?
No, facing can and part of getting a check.
And getting a check.
And getting a check.
So all the other women who've been honored, it's like the same sort of deal. See, okay. Yeah.
Kid Rock.
Right.
Was the first one to pop up in Rage.
Mm-hmm.
Kid Rock now, he went to that lake. For the people that didn't see, my hat says Podical Sons.
Yeah.
My man Kid Rock had that MAGA hat to the back. When you see MAGA,
I ain't gonna lie, that MAGA hat looked kind of icy.
Because it's sky blue. It wasn't the red.
It wasn't the red.
MAGA, come on, man. They had to get with the times, baby.
It looked
they had to spice up the life.
It kind of looked spicy.
So now when I see Kid Rock now change, like do this, get the gun out and shoot up the cans of the beer, I'm looking like, whoa, this is gonna start a trend.
Yeah.
This is gonna start a trend.
It reminds me of
burning jerseys.
And the Nikes. The burning jerseys and the burning of the Nikes.
When you're not for something, you destroy it. You already spent your money on it,
right.
But you're destroying it.
Yeah.
So the company still kind of won, but I guess you're making a mark. And because customer service is, I want to say, it may not be the all-time high to a lot of people, but it's way better than what it was before.
Yeah.
Because now you can reach out and cuss TTC. You can reach out and cuss now a company. You can, Taco Bell doesn't fulfill your order properly. You go on Taco Bell's like Twitter or Instagram and tell them like, yo, your Taco Bell shit is shit. You're like, oh, wait, let's do damage control. We'll offer you this and that.
Yeah.
So customer service has gotten better, but people don't pay it no attention.
Right.
Because they're looking for a ginormous leap for mankind. Budweiser's going to start feeling this effect. I seen other people. Seen some guy, he had a little bread, little farmland. He went into every fridge in his house,
Emptied out.
chucked all the
Emptied
Bud
out all
Light
his Bud.
out. And I was like, oh shit, damn. We'll see how this plays out later in the week.
Yes.
Then I seen another Dylan Mulvaney video with Nike.
With Nike.
So now Nike's jumped on and now is endorsing Dylan.
Yeah, and that one was that one was super weird to me, Nike.
Dylan don't know sport.
That one is super weird to me, Nike. I mean, I know you came out with the little press speech about everybody should just embrace inclusiveness and so forth like that. I don't think her being transitioned is the problem. I think the problem is that you're an athletic sports company.
Bingo.
It would have been different if this person was promoting sport. Did I say sport?
You said sport. For some reason, it pissed me off too when you said sport. I was like, oh, did you just do that shit on purpose? But you're a terrorist like that. Continue.
It'd be different if they promote the sportsmanship, the whole sports, everything. If they encompass it, like who's the swimmer? Leah Thompson. Leah Thomas. If they had given Leah Thomas,
I can understand.
I could understand that.
I can understand. Fuck Caitlyn Jenner. I can understand that.
I can understand that.
We never had a funeral for Bruce, but Bruce is the one that won the gold medals.
Shoot.
Right? So I can get that.
I can get it.
But you bypass even Bruce. So that's why even Caitlyn had a thing to say about it too.
Right.
With the Nike aspect, for me, with Nike, I have a problem with you've passed up so many women who are fitness influencers.
Yeah.
Dylan Mulvaney is a comic activist, not athlete. So
she doesn't even look like a person that would wear like leisure sportswear just for the hell of it.
No. Most of the time when you see is dolled up.
Yeah.
Dolled up, looking like, vintage mom type of status and stuff. Right. So I looked at it where Nike has a problem for that. There's you can hashtag fit on social media or hashtag fitness influencer.
Yeah.
Pick the one with the highest amount of followers, the highest amount of likes. Nike, you have a team for marketing. Do that. They didn't do that. This is why the extra drawback and stuff is now coming. Where again, Dylan is the target to the people that don't know.
Yeah.
That's the issue and stuff. So my issue is not with Dylan. My issue and stuff is that why these companies chose Dylan.
But you know what? I got a slight problem with Dylan too.
Talk to me.
Because Dylan knows it's not his world.
Nah, you trying to get the bag.
But that's what I'm saying. He knows it's not his world. So and listen, I don't blame you for trying to get a bag.
Yeah.
But I also know that's not your world, and it's you just threw away integrity for the bag.
But okay, so we always dance with that thing, money or integrity.
Right.
And some people would choose money or integrity. Like even if I even post a question and stuff, I'm guaranteeing people are gonna pull integrity, but then when you add something to the flavor, like, okay, you're doing this for money, right? They're like, I mean, just take the bag. Okay. Pick a country. Pick a country in the world. Any country that comes to your head besides America and Canada. Switzerland now comes to you and say, hey, we know you're on the podcast. We want you to endorse these Swiss tampons on your show. 2 men. No one's transitioned. I don't. Last time I checked, I don't think you. I don't want to speak for you. I'm progressive like that.
I'm still here.
Okay, cool. They want you to endorse these tampons.
Right.
They never came to me.
Right.
They came to you.
They came to me.
So now you out here and stuff. We get ready to record and everything like that. You pop a packet of tampons on your shoulder like it's a pirate, like a parrot, and shit. I'm looking like, and you're like, hold up, Marv, and then you start speaking Swiss. And then I'm looking at you like, qu'est-ce que fuck?
What the hell's going on?
Are you doing?
What the hell's going on?
Right? Then I'm looking like, get a little awkward smile. Yeah, smooth. You mind explaining yourself to me? Then they're like, yo, Marv, real talk. They offer me 100,000 bands. Well, shit. Why you ain't telling me you got a partner? Cut me in on the deal. You're doing it for the bag.
Yeah.
You mean it's Anheuser-Busch? They're a broke company. They're a little company. They're a small business. No. Conglomerate.
Yeah.
Nike?
Yeah. Conglomerate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get the bag.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. My issue's not with Dylan getting the bag. My issue's with the companies picking Dylan.
Okay.
That's my issue with them.
Yeah.
Like I said, Leah Thomas, if I see Leah Thomas stuff on there, be like, it's inclusive. Athlete.
You get it.
I get it.
You get it.
It's not an athlete.
It just, the whole song and dance Dylan was doing with Gina, with the Spanish on, it's like,
Oh, with the workout clothes?
yeah, with the workout clothes on, it's like
fake jumping jacks, fake stretch.
it just looked like a total farce, a total mockery, and I could just see. I just see any woman who's in fitness, who takes her fitness seriously,
pissed the fuck off,
super offended by it.
I'd be pissed off.
I'd be super offended by it.
I was pissed off because I even looked at stuff like when you show me a video with the woman saying her piece. I actually went into Instagram. I opened up Instagram and I put hashtag fitness influencer, and it was like the scrolls was limitless on just the explore page,
just the
search engine. So I was like. Boss. And I guess they put up some Australian chick.
Yeah.
I think she had like about 20 million followers. She's like, because she's serious. She was out there doing like, mountain climbers, all this type of stuff, telling people how to eat and all. Throw her the bag.
Yeah.
Throw her the bag.
But and then it makes me wonder, like, okay, who's really your target market then?
Everybody.
Because between that lady that you just mentioned and Dylan, who would influence women more to go buy that outfit?
Her.
I rest my case.
Congrats to other women. Congratulations to the LSU team.
Oh, yeah.
And the recently acquired fame from Angel Reese.
Shout out to Young Buck. Shout out to Young Buck. I'm shouting you out, Young Buck. You don't get enough credit out in these streets.
Oh, you're talking about Yayo. But the Yayo. I knew Yayo pioneered that shit. And I knew John Cena took it. But then it's still there, living and prevalent. Because, internet, things don't die on the internet. Now, pertaining to the LSU win for the ladies, help me understand what Joe Biden was on. First Lady Joe Biden. Crack, sleeping pills, I don't know. Let me understand this. When has the winners who've been invited to the White House has been allowed to go there with the losers?
It's taking place 19 never.
19 never happening. That part I didn't understand. This is where I think the whole aspect for people saying racism is real.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's kind of like, we're not, I think they think a lot of times black people just quick to throw out the word racism so fast as like a card. There are some that do that.
Right.
But I look at it on the whole, why would you invite the losers when you never invite the losers before? If Golden State has beaten from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Golden State has beaten the Cavs and stuff when LeBron was there a good amount of times. They're like, hey, Steph, before you guys come through with the Golden State and everything, take some photos. You mind calling LeBron for us? And the Cavaliers?
Yeah. See if they want to come and and join you guys.
And I'm not shitting on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark in Iowa?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark has a bright future ahead of her.
Of course.
She has a bright future ahead of her. She can hoop. She can hoop her ass off.
Nah, she can hoop.
It's just not the time for her. Winners are going to win, and then winners do some things that losers just can't do.
That's it.
Why do you think Joe Biden invited losers?
I think it's more of the just what you're talking about. Your girl,
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, like the fact that the whole "you can't see me" thing became a thing. I think Ms. Biden just took it personal for her.
The fan?
Yeah, I think she just took it personal.
So
for her.
DM her. Message her.
Exactly.
Tell her you would like to take her out on a specific occasion.
You know you're feeling a little slack and you might be a little bit down. How about I take you out for dinner?
Or I invite your team, but I can't bring you to the White House.
Yeah, nah. You can't come to the White House.
Unless you was already coming to the White House and stuff and everything. But I like your style. And I would like to meet you.
Yeah.
And, Secret Service make that happen.
And that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. The government nowadays, they're kind of switching up out here with us. It's crucial. So how you feel about the government's FedNow Cash App? When this previous week, let's say the founder.
Listen, man.
The founder of Cash App, and he was part of the team that created the Square, the swiping Square that was connected to phones.
Okay. Oh, he's part of that.
He was part of that too. He was part of that team, and then he ended up founding one of the head founders of the Cash App. He got stabbed this past week. RIP to him. He didn't make it. He succumbed to his wounds. But the U.S. government, in no time, said they're announcing their version of their Cash App thing. Conspiracy Joe, what do you know?
I mean, it's either between the U.S. government and the PayPal people. Because
they got it murked off?
Because they was cutting seriously into the PayPal, that whole PayPal system.
I think PayPal has been dead for a hot minute, like to people cash-wise thing, because there's limits.
Right.
The specific limits, and you have to do so many extra steps, and it's not instantaneous. It's instantaneous to dump your money into PayPal.
Right.
But to take money out of PayPal, it would take some time.
Right.
Right? Yeah. To get back to your banking and all that type of stuff. So I think that's why credit card kind of still reigns supreme.
Right.
Where everything with credit cards and stuff is instant transaction.
It's straight, yeah.
You fucked up on my credit card statement or something, you have to refund me the money. Boom. Maybe 24 hours max.
Right.
PayPal tried to acquire most things and stuff like that, but they just couldn't get it. Cash App did. Zelle did. Over here, we still have e-transfers.
Yeah.
So with a specific limit, and it works for the common person, the everyday person. I think when you're dancing in bigger dollars, bigger landscapes, obviously your wire transfers and stuff is what needed, right? It just struck me as weird as hell.
But I mean,
that in the same week,
yeah.
Like, okay, I'm not saying U.S. government didn't probably have plans and stuff for it, but it's just kind of like, if anybody were to make something to counteract the government's aspect, you would think the founder of Cash App or Zelle, watch your back too. Watch your back.
Nice out here, man. I mean, it's been less than a year since we had a couple crypto bosses go down.
Yeah. Was it how many? Like when?
I think it was almost like
4 or 5 of them just dropped like flies.
Yeah, it was more than 3. That's I know that for sure.
Yeah. And we know where the world is going. Shout out to BRICS.
Shout out to BRICS. This is turning out to the financial podcast you didn't know that you needed. But we'll let you in on some things.
How do you feel about BRICS? Was the move needed?
I think so.
Because Russia was suffering?
No, not that they were suffering. Because they were saying even with all the sanctions that were thrown against them, they were still making a lot of change.
Because I think they were tapping into their other markets and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think it's needed because it's just like if you just have one bully on the block,
yeah, they should.
Then everybody's subjected to that one bully, right?
Right. But if
you got 2 bullies on the block, this bully's got to watch how he treats you. He can't treat you the same way.
So who's that bully?
Well, this is the U.S. bully over here. This is U.S. and Europe bully over here.
That's Uncle Sam?
It's Uncle Sam and
King Charles?
Uncle Sam and Euro Babe over here.
Euro Babe.
And this is
BRICS.
Even the name sound hard.
What?
BRICS.
But Brazil, Russia. Was it Brazil, Russia? Who's the I?
India.
China,
and South America.
and South America. BRICS.
But just think about it. Even before that little South America piece,
Mhm.
right? America and Europe. We know about the history in Africa. We know how they did the resources and we know how they did the people, right?
Mhm.
In the last, I want to say, half a year when they seen what was going on,
Mhm.
they were in South Africa trying to woo everybody. Trying to reaffirm connections, trying to make better deals. So that's what I'm saying. That one bully now has to respect what this other bully is doing and now has to play nicer. So in that sense, I'm glad that these companies, these countries and companies, see that they're one and the same, stepped up and said, okay, you know what, we're gonna rival the US dollar.
I think they got it too, because they're going into the land with the diamond mines, the silver mines, the gold mines. U.S. currency doesn't have any gold that stand behind it like it once did.
Right.
So it's just paper.
That's it.
And that's part of the reason why, like, their dollar will always be like second or third to, like, especially the pound, right?
Right.
But the UK and the euro, they have a lot of backing behind it. With these countries, with the BRICS countries, I feel like for some reason I can just smell war. I couldn't, because with war before,
Yeah.
I looked at the Ukraine and Russia situation where it's been over a year.
Mhm.
Gas prices have gone up, groceries have gone up, everything has gone up.
Everything going up.
And Biden tried to pitch an argument the other day about, so we're going to let the tyranny of Russia just overtake Ukraine, and you guys are upset about the gas prices going up? Yes.
Yeah.
Less than a week, I seen the gas go up like a dime over here. And we go buy a liter over here.
Listen, that's like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I'm going to sound insensitive right now.
Talk to teens.
What's happening over on that side of the world, I don't feel the effects immediately.
I agree.
What's happening right here and now, I'm feeling. And it's making it life hard for me. I don't know if anybody on that side give a shit about me having a hard life over here. Because they got their own problems to worry about.
Proximity breeds care, though. Because if it's close enough to you, you're going to care about it.
You're going to care.
Yeah.
You're going to care. But right now, they got their own problems to worry about. So they can't, they're tickled pink that you're sending them money to help. And at any other time, if we had it, I would say send it. But we didn't have it to begin with.
No. U.S. gave up more money than Canada did. Salute to Canada.
Salute to Canada. Yeah.
Y'all be up here fucking up sometimes, whatever,
Yeah.
but sometimes I can pat Canada on the back right
Yeah.
now. This is one of those, those instances.
One of those instances.
To the people in America, blame Biden.
Yeah. Shit. That's a lot of money, man.
Billions, though. Plural.
Billions.
Let's get to the question of the week, man.
Question of the week.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What was overrated and still is?
What was overrated
And still is.
and still is? Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Tell me. I have an idea, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. Tell me why.
Dude.
Why you look so upset? Breathe, man.
You're literally watching water fall.
But you can get two awesome pictures that you can probably copy from the internet.
And you can just go in the Made in the Mist, get a little the water breeze blowing
Actually,
on
and
you.
low key on the summertime, like when it's warming up, if you get close enough, whatever, you can feel all that shit from there.
Yeah.
Like your clothes start to get the damping right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Listen, you literally go to Niagara Falls, right?
okay.
You walk around, right? You may visit 1 or 2 stores, right? Then you go and you stand up against the rail for 20 to 30 minutes just watching waterfall.
Have you been on the Ferris wheel there?
Nah, I haven't been on the first wheel.
Have you been to one of the haunted houses there?
I've been to a few haunted houses. I've been to Marine Land. That's on the Canadian side.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fucking expensive too.
Everything's expensive there.
But it's a tourist hub.
It's overrated. It was back then. It is now.
I was gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, give it a buck. Most of these reality TV shows, because we know it's not reality TV.
Yeah.
But I want to pick a place now too. I want to pick a place now too. But I have to agree. I have to agree with you when it comes to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, it's overrated,
because I think
man.
2004, 5. That was when I went with friends.
Right.
So I went with friends and got a different kind of vibe compared to like a family kind of trip.
Yeah.
So, with the friends, the family more decent before. I don't give a damn when it comes to family. The debauchery and stuff, whatever, is still going to take place.
Yeah.
I went with friends. There was a lot of walking to go see some places, especially if the sun is beaming and the sun is hot as shit.
Yeah.
You're hiding out in the casino. The casinos is, I want to say, is kind of like where it is.
Right.
Because you got two major casinos and stuff for them, right? Yeah. And they're a little distance between each other. So you can walk and get to of everything else. But you're not really missing any.
Other than that.
It's
Other than that.
One main strip club, the Sundowner.
Right.
Where's Rumors? No, Rumors is, I'm thinking Rumors is Wasaga. But like you got a few clubs.
Yeah.
Got a few clubs and everything in the Galleria area of Fallsview.
Shout out to Lundy's Lane. Everything seems to be on Lundy's Lane.
Yeah. Outlets, shopping outlets.
Lundy's Lane. Shout out to Lundy's Lane.
Man, don't shit on Niagara Falls. You're a mean guy. Canada, cut the check. I'll do a commercial for y'all.
Listen. And the last time I've been to Niagara Falls was we did a family thing. And then it's always the case. Family coming in from out of town. So you trying to show them the places. Niagara Falls, okay. It's not an attraction, but it's an attraction. And they always say, hey, they want to go see the falls. It's all right. We'll take you to go see the falls. You're going to see nothing but water dropping.
You're a mean old smooth. Let's get to Ask the Sons on a brighter note.
On a brighter note.
Fucking don't go chasing Niagara Falls.
On a brighter note.
First Ask the Sons question comes from Jessica. Jessica says, do you guys believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
No.
No?
No. You? Yeah.
Yes. Not fully. Hear me out. The reason why I say that, and this is to Jessica, you're listening. My thing is if you've done it before, what's stopping you from doing it again?
Right.
Now, growth and development is what we always champion. Right? And I feel like it comes to a point of time where it works from both ends where loyalties are tested. I feel like a woman's loyalty is tested when a man doesn't have shit.
Mm.
And I feel like a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything.
Right.
So if a woman is with a dude and because what I've been hearing from Collective, and even you and I had a conversation and stuff, men want to be needed by women. So if a man has nothing he can really give to the woman, provide for the woman and stuff like that, what's really keeping the woman there?
Right.
So her loyalty is tested and stuff there.
Right.
So now if she's looking like she's not happy at home and she's not getting certain type of things and she steps out, what's stopping her from doing it again? Because you're not always going to be up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And the same thing with the man on the other side of stuff. You can have everything, but not at once.
Right.
So if you're in a situation stuff where you have, salute to Morris Chestnut, aka my former twin.
Shoot out.
Morris Chestnut's been married for 27 years. No one really paid attention to stuff, but he's been there, been married in the height of his career of relationships and all that type of stuff. Not saying he didn't cheat. I don't know.
Right.
But he stayed in the dance. And my thing and stuff is that Denzel as well.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything until somebody comes forward. It's all alleged.
Right.
These guys have been with their women for the longest. You tell me Denzel's a broke dude?
Doing okay for himself.
You tell me Denzel's not an attractive, handsome man?
Nah, I'm pretty sure he can get it.
It's not a problem for Denzel to get women.
Yeah.
It's not a problem for Morris Chestnut to get women. I think when you're in a situation where you have everything, okay, we know the Jay-Z's and stuff like that. We know of men who damn near have everything and just out here just cheating.
Yeah.
Right? It's not hard for it to happen again. Now, the growth and development, stop expecting you from other people. I wouldn't.
Right.
But then I've never cheated.
Right.
Right? So I don't want to get into those type of waters and stuff where that might tantalize me or might catch my attention.
Right.
And then now I have to apologize and now do damage control to these things. But it's possible for you to do it again because you've already done it. And then this time you probably learned from it.
Yeah.
Look at all these career crooks. Not even shitting on them and stuff, but like you went into jail for one thing. Sometimes the rehab is not really rehab. Right. You learn to be a better crook. Mm-hmm. You learn to be a better cheater. You're like, fuck, I got caught because I did this.
Yeah.
Maybe if I don't do this, that.
Yeah. I say it's going to boil down, and whenever I think about this argument, I always say it's going to boil down to the individual themselves, right? Because if you're if you're coming into the game not as a faithful dude, then I think, yes, for sure, the potential's there, but the potential's there for it to happen again, right? If you come into the relationship with the mindset that she's the one, and y'all gonna live out the rest of your lives together, have children, grow old, and enjoy each other's company, right? And then it so happens that something happens along the way for some reason y'all argue, and you have like a coworker or somebody who's in the vicinity who's always been kind to you and nice to you, this, that, and the third. And in your moment of weakness,
work wife, work husband,
whatever. And in your moment of weakness, something happens, right? But after that after it happens, you catch yourself and you're in deep regret, right? Then your significant other finds out, and she about to leave, right? So now you're realizing that this one thing made your whole world almost come crumbling down, right? She decides, okay, you know what?
Give you a chance.
She really loves you. She feels that you really love her. It could be a possible moment of weakness. She decides to give you that one more chance, right? Now you're gonna be ever grateful for that one more chance and behave yourself, just like we just said, like we're saying before, like somebody might have committed a crime and went to jail and sat down and actually thought of what they did.
And they got rehabilitated.
And watched and see life pass them by and how much they missed. And they got rehabilitated.
And then they don't want to do that crime again.
Don't want to do that crime again, right? So I'm saying the same situation, you realize what you had it's there and you almost lost that. You don't ever want to risk that again. So you just putting on blinkers like this. You're not even given an opportunity to look another way, right? That's you, just how you position yourself. So I think people have they have the ability to change, but you gotta want to. You gotta already be in that state of mind. Like I said, if you're coming into the relationship like a gallus and be like you gonna do shit regardless behind your girl's back, I don't think that's ever gonna change.
So if you come in like a gallus, okay, what if you come in like a gallus now, or to the folks that don't know what gallus means, a womanizer or like a person with many women.
Yeah.
You come into a relationship like a gallus, but you realize like, oh shit, there's something different about her compared to like the rest.
Then maybe you will change. Hopefully that's enough to make you change. But old habits are hard to
die
die.
hard.
They die hard, right? So I mean, if you've been like that all up to the time you're ready to say go, it's gonna be hard for you to reel that in.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard for you to reel that in, even if you want to. You've trained yourself to be that way. So now it's gonna take a while to untrain yourself. Maybe during that period of untraining yourself, you put the blinkers on, right, to avoid all distractions, and maybe you'll get there.
That's hard.
But it's gonna be it's gonna be extremely hard to get there with those distractions around you.
That's hard. Because I look at it stuff as where, and this is just like it's being in relationship wise.
Right.
Being in a relationship, it's so funny. To me, I realize this stuff is like, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. And I say that to say, I could be single and I'm probably being able, I guess, with my personality and my looks and my know-how, I could probably talk to like 2 or 3 women and stuff at a time. Right? I can date 2 or 3 women and stuff at a time. I've noticed that I'm capable of doing that. When I lock in, because I prefer one woman.
Right.
When I lock into one woman, the DMs come in. The women who you never thought would try to say something to you and stuff, whatever.
Say something.
They getting aggressive. Remember, I'm in the car, the Lexus, like, hey, like, I don't no problem. I'm just gonna go straight.
Yeah.
And then
and I'm sorry, ladies. For some people, charm is not something that you can just turn off. That.
God bless you.
That.
My spokesman over here. At times I feel like you're not on my team, you're not on my campaign.
No, I got you on this one.
I get you
on this one. I got you on this one.
Bless your heart.
I got you on this one.
I'm not going out there looking for trouble.
No, you're not.
The shit tends to find me, and people always make it seem like I'm the problem.
Right.
And it bugs me because they're minding my business with my head down. Like I said, I'm at a few weeks ago. I'm there, minding my business. I got to send emails back to set people doing our thing for promotion shit, whatever. I'm like, please make sure shit is accurate like this. Don't make me get angry.
Right.
I'm seeing ass cheeks and stuff. And I'm like, oh. Then later, when I got up and stuff for her, she's like, why didn't you want to dance with me? Why didn't you want to take the lap dance? I didn't know it was lap dance time. Like, that's 1. 2, I was doing some work shit. She's like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. My name's not Jack. My name is not Jack. Shooters are gonna shoot. Yo, shooters are gonna shoot. I can't knock them for shooting.
They're gonna shoot.
I can't knock for shooting. But then everybody's like, oh, Marv, back in his element. I was like, fuck you mean? The fuck you mean?
I wasn't trying to be in no element at all.
I'm like, y'all see me on my phone. I don't have my phone in my hand.
Element at all.
So that's my take on the cheater thing. Like I said, you can strive for greatness and you can not.
Yeah.
But again, it's the same thing with the prison situation. You can
Right.
go in there and put the effort in. Like, you don't want to lose what you already lost again.
Yeah.
And come out a different person. It could be like,
Or
you
you
can
can
do
go
is be
in
better.
there and add a couple more things to your repertoire.
What? Shadow number 9. Next question says, what's a small thing that makes you super happy? Back scratches.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was at work. And stuff and everything, and I was trying to scratch my back, and I got, move my hand like this.
Yeah.
And a coworker of mine, she came through and stuff. She's like, I'm like, yeah, my back kind of. She threw a little snide ass remark. I'll tell you off the air and stuff, whatever too.
Right.
But she's like, she's got her nails in. Yo, I switched.
Switched.
I was like, man, shut the hell up and stuff. And she started scratching stuff. I was like a dead animal dying on the beach or something. Like back scratches, they make my day.
An unexpected breeze on a hot day.
Where's this breeze tapping? Your balls or your face?
This is my face.
Oh, okay. Come on, say the breeze on the nuts in the summer when it's hot.
No, that's different.
That's a blessing.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yeah. Okay. Last question comes from Grill Sergeant. Sorry.
Grill Sergeant.
Grill Sergeant.
All right.
What's the most What's the most disturbing Disney theory?
Ooh,
What do you got?
okay.
Go ahead.
The 33rd Club.
The fuck is that?
So apparently, right? Walt Disney has a club called the 33rd Club.
So it's like the 40-40? But
Yeah,
okay.
but it's inside Walt Disney, right? It's a top secret club, and you have to be given a membership to it. Now, my whole thing is, why do you got a top secret club in a place designed for kids?
Was supposed to be the happiest place on earth.
Happiest place on earth. Now when I think about it, coming up in a time where all these child molestation scandals is coming up, being pushed under the rug, surfacing, this, that, and the third. You literally had a secret club in Disney called the 33rd Club.
Wait.
What was going on in that club?
Whoa. What do you think? What are your theories for this club? Because like my brain just, my light bulb went off crazy. It's flickering.
The first thing that comes to my mind is Eyes Wide Shut.
First thing that comes to my mind is that the lost kids end up going there to get molested. Like if you can't find your parents or some shit like that, whatever. Then these people like, don't worry, we'll take you home to your parents after. Hold some of this hush money and get molested. My Disney theory got nothing on yours. Whoa, my Disney theory. I think my Disney theory and stuff taps out where I say my Disney theory is I always looked at the Aladdin.
Okay.
So I know Disney movies had those innuendos and like the sexual shit.
Right.
But it was so funny where maybe it was a VHS and then the digitally remastered changed up some shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Aladdin. Now, I don't know, but to me, Aladdin was dark in the beginning when he was broke. Symbolized dirt, street rat. But like when he became Prince Ali, that boy was light-skinned though. That boy, they got him some bleaching cream or something. Like, yo, Prince Ali turned out to be a brand new body. Like,
he washed the dirt off. That's what
he washed the dirt off. Did he though? I never seen a shower part in that whole movie.
I never seen a shower part.
I never seen a shower part. I seen him go in water when Jafar tried to drown him.
Right.
That's just about it.
And he came out the same color.
Same way he went in, the same way he came out. In the beginning of the movie, his hue was a lot darker. So to the Hotep people and stuff, looking like, oh, so when you're dark, you're broke.
You broke.
Yo, so I was like, actually, you might be onto some.
Right.
Wow, look at you.
Like you're all right.
This is the rapper bag.
This is the rapper bag. We'll get into the rapper bag.
Okay. Yeah, wow, that I gotta look up that club. That's just,
the 30 Walt Disney's own club, the 33rd Club in Walt Disney, a secret club.
The only thing I knew about extra about Walt Disney Worlds and stuff like that was the fast pass. So we just jumped the line. Okay, that's different. We are here. And my brain is fucked after you said some shit like that. No.
Be careful when you go to Walt Disney.
Hold on to your kids. Hold on to your kids. Let's hit ready for So Say the Sons?
I'm ready.
So Say the Sons this week says, creating goals is a great way to make the invisible visible.
So Say the Sons.
A person with a plan or purpose has a better direction on where they're going to go. You can't see where exactly you're going if you don't have a plan or a purpose.
Right.
Those things help give you a little direction or a sense of aim. Yeah. And the vision boards, stuff like vision boards really do go a long way. Yeah. If you're focused enough. Because, and like what like my man Dwayne was saying and stuff, like celebrate the small wins. The small wins on your goal.
Journey,
so, okay, if you're trying to save up or you're trying to get a mansion or a big slap ass house. Celebrate the fact that, okay, you have at least $10,000 down for the deposit.
Yeah.
Right? To deal with the lawyer fee or something.
Right.
It's better than nothing. Then compared to like if you come with, you're ready to take everything to them with like, let's say $50K. You know?
Yeah.
But some people's like, I just want a house. How are you going to get this? I don't know, but I just need a house. Yeah, just create a goal. How are you going to get this house?
Create goals.
Are you saving money? Are you taking out loans? You know?
Yeah.
Let that work for you. Help give you a little vision.
Yeah.
So yes, we are here at the end.
We are here.
And once again, my brain is still scrambled after this Disney theory. Holy. Once again, thank you for
well, they be clubbing. we ain't nowhere
let
close.
me catch you on this list, boy.
We ain't nowhere close.
Let me catch you. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, the notification, all the above. We see you on YouTube. We appreciate you guys over there.
Appreciate it.
You can see us over there and on our website. All streaming platforms possible. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. You can be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us.
We're here with us.
And always remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits.
Peace.
Peace.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.